Members of the National Security Council and the State Department's Bureau of Western Hemisphere are in South Florida. They are meeting with Cuban and Haitian American leaders following the recent border crisis in Texas and the uprising on the communist island. The group will head to Haiti next week. Thousands of mostly Haitian immigrants who crossed into Del Rio, Texas, were either sent back to Haiti or allowed to stay. Local 10 News reporter Glenna Milberg spoke to 3 families now in South Florida, and she's live with the exclusive. Glenna.
Nicole, you know, from that crisis at the border, the vast majority of people were given the chance to stay in the United States while their asylum claims are processed, which could take a couple of years. Countless of those people came right here to South Florida, where they have sponsors, they have relatives who are sponsoring them to wait with them during that process. And today, what you're about to hear, they asked us to share with you the harrowing journey that they endured for the future of their families.
They arrived strangers in South Florida. Stephanie and her 4-year-old Yvonne, Jimmy and his young family, all describing a similar terrifying journey to the border.
You see the skeleton with clothes on them, with dead bodies. You smell it. You have people as you walking up the mountain that they just give up. At the moment we were under the bridge, all we pretty much care about is to get out, to make it.
All had been there under the bridge in Del Rio, the human crisis riveting a nation. Haitians, some for years in Brazil and Chile, trying to sustain their families there, hearing word of mouth last spring, the U.S. was ready to take them in.
There he said, I made a cousin, I'm in Texas.
And he sent you a map of where it was.
Yeah, then he sent me the address to where he was at.
They are among the families granted the prized chance at the asylum process. Their rescues and resources now depend on relatives or nonprofits like Giving Hearts with Love Foundation. So much of the money they had to spend along the way was to the smugglers, so-called guides along the routes.
Sometimes they ask you to pay $5 or $2. The same people that guiding you, they're the same people that's robbing, raping.
Relatives were raped. Jimmy was injured, implored to keep going for his family. While we were there, Jimmy had to check in electronically with immigration. Stephanie was fitted for GPS tracking as her asylum case progresses. All tell us faith brought them here. Hope keeps them going.
My God was with me. I wasn't by myself.
I want to share with you an incredible thing that happened today right here on the street while we were putting the story together, and a couple of neighbors were coming by asking what we were doing. We told them, and they were asking how they could help. One of them even offered to put up strangers, to sponsor strangers in her home. So if you're wondering the same thing, the foundation that's helping the people you met today, Giving Hearts with Love Foundation, that's just one of many that are helping these people here. If you go to our website, local10.com, we have a link, we'll embed that in this story on how you can help if you like. I'm Glenna Milberg, live in Miramar tonight, Local 10 News.
Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz, his trial on a separate case involving battery on a law enforcement officer is scheduled to start on Monday.
The charges stem from an alleged attack on a jail guard back in 2018. Local 10's Christina Vasquez is live in Fort Lauderdale with more for us. Christina.
And as you mentioned, the start of that trial schedule